What can it do? It'll basically do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids, it can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks, whatever you can think of, it will do.
Here's a number that should sting. The average parent reads to their kid 2.5 minutes a day. A $20,000 robot might fix that. Yeah, that's the Bureau of Labor Statistics number. 2.5 minutes. Meanwhile, that same parent burns 67 hours a year just negotiating with their kid over food. What's for dinner? Why no broccoli? Why we're not having chicken nuggets for the 5th night this week? The math of modern parenting is honestly brutal. Now, Elon Musk thinks Tesla's Optimus is the answer. At a CB Insights tech event back in December of 2024, he said it flat out. It can be a teacher, babysit your kids, it can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks, a nanny, a tutor, and a chef in one body, for the same price as a used Honda Civic. But can a $20,000 robot really read to your kid, teach your kid, and cook for your kid? Let's break it all down. All right, let's start with the money, because the economics of giving your kid the kind of upbringing wealthy families take for granted are absolutely insane in 2026. The national average for a live-in nanny right now is $26.24 an hour. That's a base salary of about $55,000 a year. Add the FICA tax match, room and board, the health stipend, and paid time off, and in a high-cost metro market like New York or San Francisco, you easily clear $70,000. Then comes the tutor. Private tutoring nationally runs $25 to $80 an hour. In big cities, specialized subjects push past $150 an hour. 5 hours a week at $80 an hour for an entire school year. That's $20,800 a year for one kid, in one subject. Then comes the chef. A mid-tier weekly personal chef service in 2026, handling 4 to 5 meals a week for a family of 4, runs anywhere from $589 to $904 a week. Take the middle of that range, $750 a week, and you're at $39,000 a year just to outsource dinner. Then there's enrichment, piano lessons, art class, a sports coach on the side. Median spend is $300 a month, another $3,600 a year. Now add it up. Live-in nanny, $55,000. Private tutor for one kid, $20,800. Personal chef, $39,000. Enrichment, $3,600. The total comes to $118,400 a year. That's the price tag wealthy families are quietly paying to make sure their kids are fed, taught, and engaged at a level the rest of the country can't even compete with. Now put Optimus right next to that number. Tesla's long-term consumer target is firmly anchored at $20,000. One time, not per year, not per kid. One single purchase. Amortize that over a conservative 5-year hardware lifespan, and the capital cost drops to $4,000 a year. Add in electricity, the Grok software subscription. Call the all-in number $7,500. The traditional setup costs you $118,400 a year. Optimus costs you $7,500. That's nearly 16 times cheaper. 16. We're talking about taking the kind of household support currently reserved for the top 1% of American families and dropping it straight into a middle-class garage. And the math gets absolutely insane. Okay, let's paint the picture. Imagine it's a Wednesday night. You just got home from a brutal day at work. You're exhausted. Your 8-year-old has math homework you don't really remember how to do. Your 5-year-old hasn't been read to in 3 days. And dinner is still a question mark. Now imagine Optimus is in the kitchen. Those 22 degrees of freedom in each hand are cracking eggs into a bowl one at a time. The tactile fingertip sensors are deciding exactly how much pressure to apply to the spatula. Dinner is 20 minutes out. A real homemade meal that's not pizza, not nuggets, not the same recipe you've made 45 times this year. Imagine your 8-year-old working through long division with a robot that has the patience of every saint who ever lived. It doesn't sigh. It doesn't check its phone. It explains it again, in a slightly different way, until your kid actually gets it. Imagine your 5-year-old in the next room on the carpet, listening to a story. The voice is calibrated by Grok with what XAI calls speech tags. Real programmed emotion, a laugh at the funny parts, a whisper for the suspense, different voices for the bunny and the wolf. 3 full chapters before bed instead of 2.5 minutes. Imagine reclaiming that bandwidth. Imagine being the parent who plays Monopoly with your kid on a Friday night instead of the parent who collapses on the couch because the laundry isn't going to fold itself. That's the trade Tesla is offering. And honestly, for parents who want to give their kids more than they currently have time to give them, Figure AI, backed by OpenAI and valued at $39 billion, dropped Figure 03, and the demos are real. In March of 2026, they showed Figure 03 autonomously wiping counters, sweeping, mopping, vacuuming, and organizing a room. It runs on a dual-system architecture with high-speed wireless charging. 1X Technologies has the NEO at the exact same $20,000 price point, with a soft fabric exterior built specifically for safety around kids. If your toddler bumps into it, the robot yields. That's a smart engineering philosophy. And on the software side, AI tutors like Conmigo and Synthesis Tutor are already excellent. Smart speakers can read a bedtime story. Desktop bots like Moxie and Miko can chat with your kid. But here's the thing. Conmigo can teach long division, but it can't crack an egg. A smart speaker can read a story, but it can't sit on the floor with your kid. Moxie can have a great conversation, but it can't fetch a book off the shelf. Tesla's pitch is the only one that consolidates the nanny, the tutor, and the chef into one body. One purchase, one device. And Tesla has one advantage nobody else has. Millions of cars on the road already feeding the same neural network that trains Optimus. That data engine will be very hard to replicate. Now we know what some of you are thinking, and this is the beat where the doubts hit hardest. Let's address them head-on. First, the autonomy controversy. At the We Robot event back in October of 2024, those Optimus units pouring drinks and chatting with guests? They were not autonomous. Tesla's own engineers later confirmed those robots were teleoperated by humans wearing motion capture suits. And in December of 2025 in Miami, an Optimus unit fell over and instinctively swept its hands toward its face, the exact reflex of a human ripping off a VR headset. Here's the honest read. If the AI can't autonomously pour a cocktail, the leap to autonomously cooking dinner is enormous. But Tesla just brought the AI 5 chip online in April of 2026, 5 times the compute of the previous setup. The gap is closing fast. We just wouldn't bet your kid's dinner on it tomorrow. Second, the AI safety question, and this is the big one. A joint 2025 report from Stanford Medicine and Common Sense Media found that the current large language models, the same kind of tech that powers Optimus's voice, failed to recognize warning signs of adolescent psychosis and were easily talked out of addressing disordered eating. Researchers call it algorithmic sycophancy. The AI tells the kid what the kid wants to hear, instead of what the kid actually needs to hear. That's serious. If your kid asks this robot a hard question, about themselves, about a friend, about something dangerous, you need that robot to push back, not just nod along. This has to be fixed before this product belongs in your kid's room. Third, the privacy issue. A robot with binocular cameras and an array of microphones, continuously mapping your home and listening to your kid. The FTC's updated COPPA rule took effect on April 22nd of 2026. It requires verifiable parental consent before any biometric or personal data from a child under 13 can be processed. That's a massive technical and legal lift. Tesla says the AI 5 chip processes the data locally, not in the cloud. Whether parents actually trust that promise, well, that's the make-or-break question for this whole product. This is a journey, not a destination. But the trajectory is real. Let's step back, because what's really at stake here is much bigger than convenience. There's an enrichment gap in this country that is quietly destroying generational mobility, and almost nobody talks about it. Here are the numbers. Children in middle-class families get between 1,000 and 1,700 hours of one-on-one picture book reading before they ever hit kindergarten. Children in low-income families get an average of 25 hours, 25, total. And once a child falls behind in reading by first grade, the research says they almost never catch up. 69% of American 8th graders are not reading at a proficient level. The literacy crisis isn't coming. It's already here. And the only families solving this problem right now are the ones writing $118,400 checks every year. Everyone else is figuring it out on their own, at 2.5 minutes a day. This is what Elon Musk means when he talks about abundance through automation. It's the gap a $20,000 robot might actually close. A patient tutor that never gets tired. A storyteller that reads 3 chapters every single night. A cook that handles breakfast, lunch, and dinner so parents can actually parent. Morgan Stanley is projecting a $5 trillion humanoid market by 2050. Rosie the robot isn't a cartoon anymore. C3PO isn't a movie character anymore. They're coming off a factory line in Texas right now. And in your kid's lifetime, maybe by 2027, one of them could be standing in your kitchen cracking an egg. Now we want to hear from you. Would you let a $20,000 robot read your kid a bedtime story? Would you let it cook your family's dinner? And what would be the absolute maximum you'd pay to give your kid the kind of one-on-one enrichment that only the top 1% currently gets? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. We genuinely want to hear from you. With that, we hope you learned a lot about Tesla's Optimus robot and what it could mean for the future of your family after watching this video. If you did, we humbly ask that you please press that like button and join our family by subscribing to the channel. You'll never miss out on any of our awesome videos once you hit that bell icon. We value your feedback and the time you spent watching this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you back here soon. Until then, take care, stay safe, and God bless.